Here we go.
It was always a bit of a skip from the city to here. Oh well.
What? Where? How do we get here? How do we get all the way over here?
Sonic's.
I love to see them all fitting and trying to fit in one airplane or something.
Sonic has to sit on the tail in Adventure as it is, so I can only imagine where Knuckles and Amy ended up.
On either side
Sonic
of the
sitting
wings.
on Amy sitting on Sonic's lap. Oh.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. I am a shipper. I like them together. Okay, so I'm a writer. I do that stuff.
I've got the controller for like the first minute because like he needed to take a slight break. We'd been recording for 2 hours straight. He needed a rest, and the first thing I do is
You just-
walk off a cliff.
Lol.
I was just trying out the quicksand to see if there was a secret.
Really now, you bring that into this.
Well, it fits the moment, doesn't it?
Yes.
He's just showing off the entire game, and that includes
Failure.
How to walk off a cliff with the tornado.
While I laugh and watch you fall, black-hearted evil.
Wrong game.
Awesome music.
Awesome. Well, that's about every Sonic game, really. Like, you can't go there.
Sonic Lost World wasn't that special.
I like its concept, but I never really use it too much.
What, Lost
It needed
World?
more open levels and more platform levels. Lost World.
I think it would have been. I mean, even if you don't want to do the adventure stories, like right? But I don't see why, if you're gonna use just Sonic. I mean, what was wrong with just Sonic's gameplay in these adventure games? I thought it was pretty spectacular, really. I like the way he controls. So I don't know why you would try to mess with that.
I guess it's because it's too expensive or something. Or...
Now look who's talking off a cliff.
Not a level you play a lot, is it?
No, we hate this place. Like, the bottomless pit thought alone. It's like, look, we had to jump just to avoid having a third issue.
Well, that's because, like I said, I felt like Sonic Adventure 2, they made a lot of things better, and at the same time, they made a lot of things worse.
This was one
The
of
shooting,
the worst.
the shooting mechanic was one of the things they made worse. If they had tried to keep what Gamma was, like if you could control Tails' tank like you could control Gamma, then all these levels would be like crazy smooth. And I'm honestly let me try that again. I'm honestly shocked that with today's technology that you haven't seen modders like just go ahead and see if you can't put Gamma's programming into Tails' levels, so that way you could just use Gamma and then you could show off how smooth it would be if, look, here's Gamma, here's how it would work better.
I'm surprised I haven't seen many Sonic Adventure 2 mods anyway. Sonic Adventure 1 has a bunch of level mods, but I haven't seen nothing on Sonic Adventure 2.
We found one, Ryan and I, about trying to get the multiplayer to work on Steam, but
There's a wireless multiplayer mod for Sonic Adventure 2, which I'm honestly surprised they
That's
didn't.
not a character mod, that's like a, here, let's play wireless.
Well, no, but it is a mod that would improve the game. Like, I'm honestly surprised Sega didn't do this themselves. Like, that was a missed opportunity.
Then they couldn't. And it was a lot more difficult back then. Nowadays it's just routine.
This was a re-release in 2012. You're telling me that with games like Smash Brothers Brawl,
Oh,
they couldn't
well,
have fit this out?
You
Yeah,
can barely fix the game, let alone add new things.
Fair enough.
a lot of games could stand to use some remastering. I mean, I'm gonna bring up 06 here. Is that just think about the technology nowadays compared to then. Even though like the consoles themselves are not, I don't know if they're that much more powerful, but just thinking about computers and all that other thing, like why can't you just hack 06 and fix the more falling?
Well, there are fans working on it. I know at least 2 projects of fixing Sonic 06. One is importing the levels into Sonic Generations, and the other is actually making it from scratch, and both look kind of good. So I'm looking forward to that.
Have you seen the Sonic? What is it called? The Sonic World.
Sonic World.
Super.
Ooh, yeah, I love that one.
Like I mean, just that in itself. I mean, you have the heroes mechanic. You have all these characters like coming back from the dead. You have the Chow. They're trying to import a Chow Garden. Like that's really impressive. Like you're gonna try and program a whole brand new Chow Garden.
They actually have a Chow Garden in new version, but I haven't tried it yet.
Really? I'm falling behind.
Yeah,
I downloaded it 2 weeks ago.
this is actually the first time I've heard about it.
You've never heard of it, Torch?
Nope, this is the first time I've heard of it.
Well, it's this big, gigantic fan project. Essentially, I don't know if there's a story or anything. If there isn't, I'll jump
No,
over that.
it's just a bunch of levels.
Yeah,
And a bunch of characters.
I volunteered to write the story, but anyway, I digress. I digress. They've decided to bring in all these characters. Like you have, of course, your regular Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. They bring in Shadow. They have Silver, and they're giving them all these, like they're giving them their unique move sets. I mean, Silver can to an extent use psychokinesis. They're trying to program that in. You have Knuckles who can glide all over the stage, like without limitations, mind you. So in a way, it's game breaking, but it's game breaking in a way that it kind of makes sense. I mean, yeah, Knuckles can glide everywhere, so why not? Knuckles can climb everywhere, so why not? It's taking what these characters can do individually, and they're making it so that it doesn't really matter who you pick. No matter who you pick, you can still finish the level. So essentially, it really is. Actually, you know what? I think a really good comparison would be Super Mario Maker, and just take it and make it Sonic, because essentially you're saying, here's the level, pick a character, go have fun. That's essentially what it is.
Although if we had that kind of feature in Super Mario Maker, like I could be Princess Peach, you wouldn't hear from me again for a month, because I'd be here.
Well, to be fair, there is technically a way you can do that with the reskins,
but that doesn't count. That's not doesn't have the powers or anything. It's just a reskin.
Well, no, but it is essentially what you said. Pick a character, go have fun. It's not going to change the way the game is played.
But then that takes away part of the fun. Like
part
of the joy of Sonic World is that you want to play as Knuckles. Okay, you can glide, you can climb, you can run, you can punch, you can do all these things. You want to play as Sonic? Okay, go ahead, spin dash, do everything you want to do. You can play as Tails, you can play as this character, but they all have their own unique movesets. And Super Mario Maker I only use that as an example because of the premise, not because of the mechanics being the same.
You can play as Shadow the Hedgehog and use guns, because why not?
I don't think that was the case.
No.
I'm sure there's a mod possible.
Well,
but yeah, it's basically Sonic Robo Blast 2, but then with the engine imitation of Sonic Heroes and Sonic Avenger 2. Very pretty HD graphics. So it's a cool fan game, yeah. I like it.
Oh, to look into it then.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do is incredible, and even as it has its problems, of course, because they're still working on it. But I mean, already what they've been able to do is remarkable. I think Sega needs to take a page out of their book. I mean, here, look, you want to make an anniversary game? Do this.
Yeah, this is for the 30th anniversary of Sonic, by the way. Just do this Sonic World.
I mean, well, why not? I mean, if it's already made, think about this. If 30th anniversary of Sonic, which I'm sure we will eventually get, for better or worse, and we have Sonic World, it's already made, it's essentially put together, and Sega sees it and says, hey, can we do this with your premise? Can we purchase this idea off of you? I mean, how much money are they going to demand? It's it can't be that crazy. They're still fans. They're going to be like, oh my god, you want to use our stuff? Yes, please, go ahead.
Just like Mega Man and the Street Fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
That official.
Yeah. In Street Fighter, they had what was it, OC Remix? They had a soundtrack of fan-composed music that was actually legitimately used by Capcom. It was like, wow, that's actually amazing. For I think it's for the Street Fighter 2 remix or whatever. But still, that was kind of fun. The fact that the fans can help help promote things to a game. Also, you're about to lose a unicorn.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's like I said, Chow Garden is not until much later.
But still, I mean, the fact that you should be able to take feedback from your fans, and be able to be like, I want to use what these fans made, because they're actually pretty creative, Yeah,
it's a shame they don't utilize fans more, yeah. Although I guess because we're so against each other all the time that they're kind of scared of the fans.
Yeah, it'd be trying to fan one side over the other. Obviously, one fan's interpretation is gonna be different than another.
Very different.
Totally.
That's essentially what the Twitter account has become. I mean, I hate to make it sound like I'm a party poo, but a lot of the stuff that they do, I just kind of. I mean, the Sanic stuff. I mean, I don't understand. Roger, I don't know if you have been keeping tabs on the True Sonic Spirit, but there was this one dude who put up a video, essentially giving this idea of that they're playing along with the Game Grumps and Sanic and all that stuff because they're trying to be on the side of the bully, I guess is the way he decided to word it. And by doing that, it's essentially, hey, look, we can have fun at ourselves, but doing that, you are alienating the people who like love Sonic and take him seriously in that way.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, and I don't mind them playing along with Game Grumps as long as they also show a different side. You know, they're kind of in the middle of the Sonic fan base. They kind of need to play with everyone, but they're only focused on one aspect, and that kind of makes a lot of people alienated now. I kind of wish they just did an article on the characters or something, like explain who the characters actually are, if they still have their history and all that. Because at this moment, I don't really care about the character anymore, to be honest. Like, if they suddenly say, oh, in the next game, Shadow's gonna be in it, I probably don't care, because A, he already lost his lore, his backstory, already lost his personality, he lost his relevancy in the gameplay. I mean, what's left on the characters at this point?
It's essentially a stereotype. That's
yeah,
Shadow
he's just an empty puppet. He's just a shell. Like, what's left of the characters at this point? So, he needs to make us excited about the characters again, and he doesn't really. He just makes them more into punchlines.
That's actually something that I'm seeing a lot of, and I don't know if maybe I just run in different circles, but while kids probably like Styx a lot because she's funny, because she yells random things a lot. I mean, because kids in the U.S. find that funny. Don't ask me why. I grew up in a different generation, but I mean, you look at Styx, I mean, she's Jungle Girl. Like, okay, what does she do? She has government conspiracies. And she has no background other than that. She just is. And I'm just thinking of it from a writer's point of view. If I did it like this, okay, here's Styx the Badger. She sees government conspiracies everywhere. She likes the jungle. She's all this sort of thing. So let's say, this is probably delving into fan fiction right about now, but let's say that she escaped from a scientist lab and she grew up in the wild, and so she has these government conspiracies. There you go.
That's great, wonderful, immediately. Just one snap. That's Styx. I love that. Yeah.
Looks like we're heading
And that's a shame with Sonic Boom. That there is it's so easy to give them good potential, but they're just distracted. Or they're scared of depth, I guess. But yeah, I like your idea about Styx. That would be great, like Crash Bandicoot kinda.
That's oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even make that connection. It's like, oh yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
I forgot about Crash Bandicoot.
Also hyperactive jungle badger kind of.
I also forgot about Spyro the Dragon.
Well, okay, the PlayStation, I don't know much about the PlayStation games. I don't know much about, that's why I didn't even think about Crash, is that I never played much of Crash, I never played much of Spyro, like, other than when I went to Best Buy with my folks and I just kind of played the games while they went shopping. That's pretty much my entire experience with those guys.
Oh, I like them.
They were pretty big, I'll admit, because like that was back in the era when like when Sony was like looking for a mascot, like, because it was a PlayStation, Sega, and Nintendo doing this. Like, it was like Nintendo's Mario, Sega's Sonic, and like Sony wanted to find their own a little bit there. So a lot of fun characters came out of that, you know, but
they never found like that guy. I mean, Crash was the closest they got, but even him, he had to share the spotlight with guys like Spyro.
And Sly Cooper, and just so many. There's too many to name even. Like, you can't name any one character. Yeah, you can't name one character like the mascot of the PlayStation. No. There is no such a thing. Like with Nintendo, it's obviously Mario. With Sega, it's obviously Sonic. But like Sony, not so much. Don't even know anymore.
Sometimes even the Tekken guys are supposed to be their mascots, one as the guest character in a fighter game or something. Yeah, it's confusing.
I'm okay with the occasional like guest fighter or like third party or DLC or anything like that, like Sonic in Smash Brothers, for example. You know, I'm okay with that. It's just a matter of like a home console kind of appearance, like a strong home console appearance. Like that's what Nintendo flagship has with Mario. Yeah, a flagship pretty much is what I'm going to call it. It's like Mario has as the Nintendo consoles, Sega had their Sega console, or Sonic had their Sega consoles, and just, you know, what did Crash have? Oh, the PS1? Yeah, that worked out pretty well for a while.
He was on a couple of PS2 ones though, and I think he had a PSP game.
I don't think he did have a PS3 game, or if it was a PS3 game,
No, not PS3. I said PSP, like the PlayStation Portable.
Oh, sorry. You're right. Yeah, PSP. I think he had one.
Sony's
And
answer to
I-
Nintendo DS.
But yeah, I guess modern consoles don't really have a need for a mascot. I mean, Microsoft also doesn't really have one. Master Chief maybe, but even then they don't really do much with them. As a mascot, that is.
Yeah, Microsoft and Sony nowadays, they're really catering to they're using their super-powered consoles to use more online capabilities than anybody else. They're catering to the older people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I see more of the idea of mascots. I mean, Nintendo still has its mascots with Mario, but not so much it's console exclusive. It's more like it's because I've seen like cross promotional stuff. I've seen like well, not with Nintendo specifically, but like certain consoles have like certain things. Steam, I mean, it depends. It's more like the mascots are like are based around the companies that they're from, not so much the consoles anymore. Like Valve has like Team Fortress and Portal. Those are their console game. Those are their games really.
Yeah.
Versus like and like Naughty Dog has Jack and Daxter and stuff like that. So it's mascots nowadays have just become more company oriented. And I mean,
Naughty Dog kind of changes their mascots every 10 years or so.
yeah, Naughty Dog. Let's be honest, Naughty Dog's kind of weird.
Now it's just Nathan Drake, probably.
Yeah, it is Nathan Drake actually at this current point in time. They have the fourth one coming out soon, I think it's End, as of this recording. So.
And I think they said it was the final one, so I guess they have a new mascot the next time.
Naughty Dog kind of took control of Sonic by remote control through Big Red Button, though, so we know how that turned out.
Yeah, that was pretty much Sonic the Jack and Daxter game.
But then that's the thing; it was without any of the whoops.
Charm.
Sorry about that.
It's kind of a shame with Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, because it kind of does have all the ingredients I wanted in a Sonic game. It just didn't have any energy or soul to it.
Yeah, you mentioned that in one of your dissected Sonic Adventure without the soul, and I mean, yeah, again, it's like you see these characters. Okay, you see Sonic, you see Tails, you see Knuckles, you see Amy, and here's Eggman. So, okay, terrific, but this is supposed to be a new world. So, give us a backstory, give us something, anything, and we still don't have one, other than they just are.
It can be just easy, just an establishing thing. Like Sonic Adventure 1 is very good in establishing thing. You get to see everyone in their neutral position. You see them after first call to adventure. You really see their how they start to go into an adventure and why. So it doesn't even have to be an origin story or something. It can be just, the call to adventure, just a start, just a foundation. It's more than enough.
Okay,
So
no,
it's
man,
never even
I don't mean to interrupt you guys with this, but like now we're at a boss fight here. We got King Bossa Boom Bam.
King
Bong.
Yeah, this is the most out of place boss like in like
Yeah.
the whole freaking franchise. I mean, there really is.
I'd also say the most crazy design. Like, look at this guy. Like, was he eating rainbow pasta before he got here? Like, what's up?
Yeah, I remember being really confused as a kid when I played it for the first time.
Yeah, there's just suddenly a ghost. The ghosts were around though for a while. It's like, but I don't know why you throw that in there. There's literally nothing to it. It just is. I mean, haunted pyramid, I guess.
I mean, the ghosts have been. The ghosts were kind of like in all of Knuckles' stage up to this point, so I guess it makes sense. Like,
But that makes it sound
But
like
with
he's
what?
been
There's
haunting.
no context.
And-
It's just they just are.
exactly, that's what I would say. Like, that's just it. They just are. Although I will admit, I love the noises that he makes.
Yeah, I did that. Just for that.
Ironically
It's
enough,
confusing but not very frustrating. It's fitting enough.
that was an accident. Ironically enough, though, these are actually the Japanese voices. They didn't feel the need to change it. I guess it was too crazy for it.
I
Well,
mean,
it's a ghost. What's he saying?
There.
Fair enough.
Splatoon character.
What?
You missed the fish.
Ugh. This was not one of your better runs, was it?
No, well, look, considering that most players just kind of don't have the they don't have like the mindset of run on the inside, you can chase him down again. So normally, if you're a new player, you just kind of hit him once and then you try futilely to catch him.
Yeah.
See, this is one of those scenes where Big would be. If I mashed the A button, he would like fall from the door. It's like, how'd I get here?
did it! Let's go, Amy! Yeah!
Eggman's big moment. I love this shot.
Come and get some, Eggman.
And his calm wave.
Come and get some!
To me.
I just love how much personality just is in the animation. They don't even have to say anything. That's what I'm missing in most modern Sonic games. Just show their emotions and the movements. That's enough.
Yeah.
And then suddenly,
Damn.
I'll admit, this part of the game just came out of nowhere. It's like, what is half of what's going on right now?
but it's more than that. It's that Sonic is actually shocked for once. Like, oh my god, what am I about to face here?
Like, where did this come? He's probably shocked about any of us were. Like, where did this come from? The egg golem.
Well, it is like this Egyptian.
Yeah,
in a pyramid.
don't, please try to ignore what I just did here. Yeah,
Yeah, you died to the egg golem. That's like losing to Chaos Zero in Adventure. Like you just don't.
He's just demonstrating all the possibilities in the game.
Let's go with that. Right? Thank you, Roger. Yes, that's exactly what I was doing.
This is the bad ending to Sonic.
You get
Sonic.
Yeah, that's the bad ending.
You don't get past the pyramid, you just get crushed by a golem.
Wonderful cutscene, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, I have fun with the lightspeed attack. I think the problem with this is that nobody really knows how to use it.
Until like
I didn't know that trick.
actually, that's not how it usually goes. You have to actually tap the directional, the stick, the control stick in the way you want to go. Otherwise, you're just gonna buzz around his head like a fly over a hot dog.
Oh.
But that
Okay.
wasn't explained in the explanation, because if you're thinking Sonic Adventure, like you just hit the button and you go and you smack all the bad guys. But in SA2 you have to actually actively say, okay, I'll go this way, Sonic.
Well, it's kind of interesting how they like make it so like more specific or whatever with this.
Go! Yeah!
Nailed it.
Need to play with more freedom, I guess.
Nice try, Rocky.
Rocky Balboa.
No.
Sonic versus Rocky. That'd be
Rocky
great.
wins. Because Rocky.
Okay, now here's something that was actually mentioned in one of your animations that I really can put into more technical terms. Why is there a rocket here if there's a perfectly good teleporter pad probably right in the next room?
Well, because he had to install the other side of the teleporter upstairs, or maybe he wants extra. Well, if the teleporter gets broken, he needs an extra backup. Maybe he just has as many stuff as possible. I mean, it's Eggman, he's an opportunist. Why not have extra equipment and gadgets? Maybe he uses this to just bring more equipment to the Space Colony characters.
I think the only thing they did wrong, really, was that they didn't make it, like, Eggman-y. It's just a space shuttle.
That's it is a problem. But I like to think he just stole it somewhere. Kind of like how he just tried to steal the Master Emerald from Knuckles, and he just flew by NASA and thought, hey, that's a nice rocket, I'll just steal it.
I
can use
mean,
one.
hey, why not?
That's my explanation. I just love that to think that he just flew past NASA. Like, I'm just borrowing a bunch of stuff, why not?
Don't touch that lever!
Knuckles. Yeah, this is why people think he's dumb.
The Death Star.
Still in character, he's just busy with his mission. It's not dumb, it's just him being very single-mindedly focused on one mission. One task.
Where did he go now?
Away.
Looks like he bailed.
He's dodging meteor rain right now.
Too.
Our favorite level.
This place was shut down.
No, it's actually Meteor Her doesn't bother me nearly as much as Mad Space.
Mad Space
True.
gives me a headache. Like, the worst part is getting away from the planets. Like, I have to fly at the precise angle on certain ones, otherwise I'm just gonna go in circles for the rest of my life.
Looking at it now.
I hear ya.
I get a very Super Mario Galaxy feel from that, actually.
Very experimental, yeah.
Time left before Eggman fires that weapon again. We've got to hurry. Let's find the cannon and destroy it.
Gee, let me guess where the cannon is, by the way, Sonic.
In
Is it that
Eggman's
giant
robot.
nose?
To be impenetrable.
Well, if on the inside you don't know where it is.
It's the
You gotta find the power source first off. Like, if you just destroy the cannon, he'll rebuild.
What is this, Star Wars?
It looks like
Why not?
but in fact, it's
Like,
a
you gotta take out the base, not just one weapon. Weapons can be rebuilt. Bases take a lot longer.
same wavelength and properties.
Good thinking,
Less
buddy.
powerful than the real one. It's designed to reverse the energy field.
The fake Chaos Emerald. I think here's the thing. Like, when did Tails have time to make this thing on the shuttle? Like, you can't-
Furthermore, how can one make such a fake emerald with the same wavelength properties, energy producing properties, but still
I
be
like
able
to
to
think he
reverse
just
the effects
randomly
of
made
other
it.
Chaos
Just,
Emeralds?
oh, right.
don't
I
know.
like to think he just randomly made it as a hobby or something.
I suppose, but I still don't know. That's just kind of odd. Oh, and
It is odd, true, but then again, I can picture, I can imagine Tails just being curious and like, oh man, I hate catching those emeralds. I just wanted my own power source. I'm just gonna imitate one.
If he could use it for that, that would be incredible.
he did it. He did it in Sonic X, so I guess why not, right?
Well, Sonic X takes inspiration from the games up until like the Metarex. So,
That's true.
like the Metarex was the only part of Sonic Adventure that was really made on its own, because you had Sonic Adventure, you had Sonic Battle, then you had SA2, and after that, that's when you bring in Cosmo and all those characters that you either love or hate.
That's true, and I don't even remember that part of the series all that well. Anyway, it's just like, oh yeah, there's Shadow, and okay, that's just how it goes.
Yep.
Well, how does Shadow go? It's the same thing. It's like Shadows happen to survive.
Well, it's like, well, no, it's the Sonic Adventure 2 part of the Sonic X anime. It's like, yeah, oh, there's Shadow. Now he's in the anime. That's kind of nice. It's kind of cool.
Well, in Sonic Adventure 2, in the Sonic Adventure 2 part of the anime, you saw Eggman going in there and unleashing Shadow. So there's no big question mark.
Yeah, no,
I don't
point
get
is,
what's
I-
in here, Torch.
the point is, I was like, oh, there is Shadow. He exists in the anime. I'm just saying, like, oh yeah.
I think he's going like, oh, there he is. Finally, it's
Okay,
about time.
no. I get what he means. It's like if Sonic and his friends were warped to Earth, then where did the idea for Shadow come from to begin with?
Yeah, because it's like you know what? How about this? We'll save this for the next episode. I think that'd be best, because this is gonna take quite a while with the rant.
Oh dear.
Okay, so yeah, we'll pick this up in the next episode.
See you
See you
guys
then.
in part 4.
Right.